a present.
Am I supposed to be grateful?
That would not be inappropriate.
How am I ever supposed to sleep there again, knowing some strangers probably touched everything I own?
Well, if you're that nervous, you're welcome to stay here.
Whoa there, Tex. We've been through this.
It's all right, Peter. Probably the most singularly beautiful.
What the fuck is this all of a sudden?
Do you always come on this strong?
Only when I meet someone I have to know everything about.
Well, that wouldn't work on me.
Now I think I know pretty much everything.
Oops.
I got an anonymous report a few years ago about a covert genetics lab in the Wyoming mountains.
I don't know what kind of game you're playing here, but I'm out, because you're a whack job.
I located a guy claiming to be a med tech on something called Project Manticore, which was using
Project
recombinant
Manticore?
DNA to produce a superior human.
Whoa.
A
Steve
warrior,
Rogers.
An advanced infantry soldier.
You said you could help.
They would have used surrogate mothers to carry you to term after the in vitro work. If I can track one of them down.
What's in it for you?
So maybe Hannah was
I
like
already don't like
one of
sound
the
this.
The woman
moms.
you met, placebos were distributed to the county VA hospital and veterans clinics in the area.
My pal Theo's on that stuff.
Your friend has reason to worry. Lauren's prepared to testify that she was working for one of Edgarson Reese's managers.
You wanted to be a bodyguard?
I've got people looking to either put me in a cage for the rest of my life, turn me into a science project, or kill me. Probably all three. Now I've managed to drop off their radar screen, and I plan to keep it that way.
Max, hear me out.
I've heard enough.
I got a bug on my computer keyboard. There's a tap on my phone.
Jesus,
Somebody's
man.
tracking one of your investigations, like you said.
Hardware is way too sophisticated for my clientele. I mean, whoever it is on top of the food chain.
You're crazy.
Yeah, maybe. But if I were you, I'd take the money, get out of town while I can.
I took Theo to the hospital tonight. He couldn't walk, so I borrowed some money and we took a cab. But he didn't make it.
Man, I really wish I was wrong. That's how they started their escape. Or not.
You can tell your pal Theo he just got himself fired, alright?
He's dead, so you don't even have to fire him.
Wife and kid might.
Theo's dead.
2 men are dead and another critically wounded after a shootout near the Superior Court building today.
He's not dead, right? Well, Max, it's time to get to work.
No.
Be stupid, please. Don't be smart.
Track down these kids,
Shit.
and we're not going to do anything to get in his way.
Nurses beat me to it. I don't feel the slightest guilt about not watching her back. That's on you, hotshot, 100%.
Sure, sure. Not at all. I can totally see it in your face and in your eyes. You're gonna talk, huh? You're gonna start talking, right? I thought I was gonna start talking.
I've been wanting to buy myself a new motorcycle. Thinking about stepping up to a 1200.
No fucks given! Badass!
They won't hurt her. Your daughter's the only leverage they have to keep you quiet.
Can you help me get her back?
I'd
Yes.
really like to. So I will.
Yes!
The shooter who tried to finish off Logan works for Sunraysa. Surprise, surprise.
Ooh.
Because tonight the girls are here in a more or less professional capacity. They all work for me, and you don't. Let's go.
Okay, okay. Do you ever have to do something you really don't want to do?
How I make my living. What's your point?
Ooh!
Girl, you work that dress.
I mean, you're right.
Sit.
Not right now.
Not right now, okay. When?
After you get a new personality and lose about 20 years.
Quite a mouth.
mouth on a girl so young. My guess is talking isn't what it does best.
Oh!
All you're ever gonna find out is reincarnation. You're gonna pay me $50,000. And I'm gonna give you Lauren Braganza.
Nice try. That's not how you check people, you freaking idiot.
Bruno comes with me. He holds the money till Mommy shows up, then we close escrow. What you do with her after I blaze doesn't keep me awake at night.
You better hope you're as smart as you think you are.
Stop touching her. Stop.
You walk in here thinking you're gonna cat her, then cat me, and take the money back to your boss with your tail wagging. But it's really the other way around. You think I'm the whack? The fact is, you're the whack. Any real pro would have pawned me the second he saw this thing going sideways, but you're still standing there with your thumb up your butt. It's pathetic.
Oh! How fast? Yes, yes, yes.
You were caught on a hover drone shooting from a roof across the street.
I hate those things.
It's embarrassing to the professional community.
No. No, the boss knows I've always been loyal.
He's got exposure. Man's figured the odds. He can't take the chance.
Did you get hit? But I mean, she didn't die in the beginning as well, you know, when she was underneath the ice. So I'm guessing she can just breathe underwater. Just gonna casually step out of this pool and continue her plan. There you go.
Come on, I don't have all day.
You got a pencil?
Just give it to me, I'll remember.
All right, hold on. 17495 Euclid.
I'm on my way.
Why don't we just take her when she walks out the door?
Listen to me carefully. When you have the roads locked off at the front and the back and the alleys on both sides, a man by every door, window, air vent, mail slot, and rat hole around this building, then you come back to me and you tell me that you're ready.
Okie dokie. It's gonna be alright soon.
Ah, jeez. The wuss. Oh, waste the pantyhose. Stand by.
Oh, guy. Oh!
My count. Drop your weapon! All right. Go! Go!
You. Stop.
Please just ask where she's going to bring the kid.
Put the girl in my car.
She never had that. Oh.
That's Theo in there? Not till I get my money.
I'm not as next to Ken. Anyway, I don't have
Just
that kind
pay
of
for
cash
it.
sitting
Theo rode for this place a long time, man.
He showed most of us the ropes.
Gonna drop some money into it or not? Come on. Come on.
Keep your money, man.
Huh.
We can take care of our own.
Huh.
I'll make sure his family gets this.
Turned up on the black market, somehow.
Thanks.
I need a favor.
Can't you just give things without asking for something?
So now it's back to the law of the jungle. And there are predators and victims.
And you still think you can do something to change that?
With your help?
Look, one thing I'm not is a chump. You want to get the rest of your ass shot off, be my guest. But I kind of like being able to walk.
Wow.
Zach.
At least he made it out.
I knew it. I always knew Zach was out there somewhere. Now he figures I'm gonna go and do the right thing because I owe him.
Well, that was the pilot episode of Dark Angel, and I really enjoyed it. It was definitely a very good pilot. Like I said, it felt like an action movie, but a good action movie where you actually care about characters. There's a lot of great world building. I think it was a good decision to make a longer pilot instead of just giving it 40 minutes. This really gave us the time to build things up, to actually know and what kind of, like some rules of this world, the setting, seeing, what kind of circle of people Max has, her personality. Instead of just 40 minutes, it will be way too fast paced. I think this had good pacing. Um, I definitely care a lot about Max. I really like the character. I think Jessica Alba is doing she's doing a great job with it. I just have to say, I also really liked how colorful the world is. I know it's not like in the best shape, but I like that what she was saying herself. That even though you would think if you see the world that everyone will be like down and so grayish, and no, in fact, it's a very lively community of people who, are making do what they have. They definitely deserve more, but for what they have now, they're definitely, making it work. And it feels very lived in. It feels like everything has a story. It doesn't feel like, they're just standing on a set and I'm just watching them as they're performing on stage or something. It feels real, even though it's futuristic. I also appreciate that there are so many people of color as well. I know not everyone cares about that, but I do care about that, and I really appreciate that, and it really makes it feel more realistic, in my opinion. Um, um, I also like that her friend, was it Cindy? I'm not really good at names. That she is attracted to a woman. That's also nice. I didn't expect that because I think the show is from the 2000s, I believe. So that's also a plus in my book. For the story, there's just so many interesting things they can do with it, and I like this whole, kind of like a reluctant hero. Like Max is not just so. I mean, Max, even though she's kind of an Alba, she does want to do like the good thing at the end of the day, but it's not like her main drive at this point. She feels very lonely because she is special. She is, genetically modified. She had a horrible, horrible youth. If you can even call it a youth, like how she grew up. She was just trained to be some kind of cold, hard, like machine, some kind of soldier. They were just supposed to be like perfect super beings. It's horrible. Jesus, like how they start off with the escape. Really great way to set off the tone and to show us this. I don't know, it was a really great way to set the tone. I think it was a great way to start off with the escape, and started with the more hectic part of the escape, because later on we did saw a little bit like before the escape, what set them off to escape, and I think that was the right decision to do it this way. Um, but Logan, contrary to Max, I think Logan was his name. He is very, I guess, idealistic. He is very, very strongly believes, that you have to do something against how the system is now, because if everyone is just gonna sit back and be like, it is what it is, then nothing will change. And I can see his point. If you deciding not to do anything, then that's also an action. That just means that you're supporting like whatever is the main, I guess, power. So I can definitely see his point. People like him can be very important, but also, if they're too idealistic, it can be dangerous as well. But I like what they're going for. I am really shocked that he lost the ability to walk, but it shows even more in this show that even though something horrible like that happened to him, it doesn't really faze him. He doesn't seem to be that bothered about it. He's just like, immediately like, get to work, immediately after he gave Max the gift, he's just like, we have this case, we have to do this. He really wants her on his, I guess, team, or with him, because she definitely, even though she got those skills not because she wanted those skills, it can be very handful, and we got to see throughout the episode how powerful exactly she is. She is very fast. She can, I guess, breathe like for a very long time underwater, maybe even forever. She can, she can fight against people who are way heavier than her. She is just, I guess, yeah, a superhuman. Um, but you know, at the same time, I can understand it. She's like, you know, good for you that you have that goal, but she's, you know, more. I'm not sure if bitter is the right word, but uh, that she doesn't feel that way. That she's like, you know, she's more like I want just trying to survive, steal some things, get some money, do my delivery job, keeping on the down low. Especially because again, she always has to be the run, and now we even got to see even more why she had to be the run. She's not exaggerating. There are people actively looking for her. That creepy guy, and I forgot his name, but that very creepy guy who had when she was walking away with the kid, Sophia, I believe, he is the biggest one we have to be careful about. They are hunting for the children who have escaped. So as Logan, you know, at the end he got information of was it Zachary, of the one of the kids who was the reason why they were able to escape. He is also out there, and there are definitely more. So now Max has to, you know, I guess help Logan out so she can find other people like her. So I'm assuming that, you know, finding the other kids is going to be like the main storyline maybe, and then maybe every episode we're gonna have some kind of case where Max has to help out, and in return she gets a little bit of information, and maybe at some point she's going to have, you know, fully be accepting, I guess, that mission of trying to change the society. You know, instead of being like, you know, I can't do anything about it and it is what it is. Maybe at some point she's gonna be as passionate or maybe even more passionate as Logan and be like, you know, we have to do this. Um, you know, I also really like that scene where when they were at the job when they wanted to deliver Theo's ashes, that they had to pay up, and the sucky boss didn't want to do it. But I mean, it wouldn't have made sense for what we have seen in this episode. He would certainly be like, okay, now I'm gonna give the money. So it makes sense from a character standpoint, as we've seen, and it gave us this great scene where they were all, you know, collecting the money, and I especially like that one of them went to him and was like, you know, keep your money, we take care of ourselves. That was, I don't know, I really liked that moment. I really liked that. You know, because again, even though it was obvious, at least in my opinion, that Theo was going to die, it did give us that important scene, and it also gave us a more personal connection to Max. That, you know, Logan, who wants to do a lot about the messed up thing society, like for example that they are selling like fake medicine that should help people, but they don't because it's fake. In this case, you know, that's why Theo died. The medicines didn't work, didn't help. So yeah, I know, I'm so happy that I tried it. I definitely want to continue. I think only the PAL episode is 1 hour and a half. I think the other episodes are like around 40 minutes. But yeah, I'm definitely liking what they're like going with. I don't expect that each episode is going to be as high budgeted as this one. I think this is again a very expensive one. I'm not sure, and I don't want to find it exposed, so I'm not going to look it up. But even if it would get more lower budget, as long as they keep up the same tone and keep up the same character dynamics, then I'm definitely here for it, and I'm excited to watch more. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Oh, I was supposed to stop the recording.